You you feel things more than most people. You always have. A song a song hits differently. A look from someone you love lands in your chest. A throwaway comment stays with you for days. And somewhere along the way someone made you feel like that was a problem. Too sensitive, too emotional, too much. But what if the way you feel isn't a flaw in your design? What if it's the most important thing about you? I spent a long time trying to feel less, building walls, staying busy, keeping things surface level, so nothing could come deep and get too deep. Because feeling deeply felt dangerous. It meant being affected by other by other people, by other things, and other people seemed to brush it off. It meant it meant crying at things that weren't worth crying about, or at least that's what I told myself. But the truth is, I wasn't too sensitive. I was just in environments that didn't know what to do with sensitivity. There's a difference. And understanding that difference is the beginning of everything. Highly sensitive people, highly sensitive people, and there are more than us than you think. Process the world a lot more deeply than others, not more dramatically, more deeply. You notice the things other people miss, the shift in someone's energy before they've said a word, the undercurrent in a room, the thing underneath the thing someone is saying. That's not weakness. That's perception at a level most people don't even have access to. The problem was never your sensitivity. The problem was being surrounded by people who mistook depth for instability. And here's what changes when you stop trying to feel less. You start to understand what your sensitivity has actually been trying to tell you. When you spend years trying to turn the volume down on yourself, it doesn't just affect how you feel, it affects how you connect because you can't selectively numb when you close down the pain. You can't close down the joy at the same time. It affects your creativity, your intuition, your ability to read a room, a person, a situation, all the things that make you you get quieter when you suppress the sensitivity that powers them. You weren't too much. You were being asked to be less by people who couldn't hold that much. And the cost of shrinking yourself to fit was you, all of you. And I want to say this directly. The depth you feel things is going to be the thing that matters most in your life. In how you love, in what you create, in the connections you build with people who actually deserve you. The world needs people who feel things deeply, not despite the chaos we're in because of it. It needs people who notice, who care, who can't just switch it off and move on because something in them refuses to pretend it's fine when it isn't. That's you. And and the right people, the ones who are meant to be in your life, won't ask you to be less. They'll finally make you feel enough. You you don't need to fix your sensitivity. You need to protect it. You need environments where depth is valued, relationships. You don't have to translate yourself. Space where feeling things fully isn't seen as a burden, but as the gift it actually is. That's not asking for too much. That's just asking for the right things. And you deserve the right things. All of them. You were never too sensitive. You were just surrounded by people who had never learned to feel that deeply themselves.